Okay, swapping.
Swapping. I have the Camp Rock, the soundtrack stuck in my head.
Okay.
You think you're hot? Hey! Chatters! That's not puppies. Welcome to the farm. We just pulled up. Are we recording?
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, welcome to my neighbor's farm. My neighbor has puppies. Today, we're going to go see the puppies and listen to my neighbor talk. If you guys don't like yapping, you're in the wrong place, okay? Because me and my neighbor, we love to yap, okay? And he's got great stories. Like and subscribe. No, chat, seriously, we're at my neighbor's farm. He's got livestock guardian dogs, and he's like, he's up there in my favorite people that exist at the moment. He's awesome, and he knows nothing about Twitch. Last time we were here, we were streaming, and he asked if this got me a lot of hits, and I was like, yeah, there's 4,000 people here, and he said, oh wow, but I don't think he understands like live streaming. And then today he said, you should get here at 9 a.m. Because the puppies are most active in the morning. And I was like, oh, I start stream at 12, is that okay? And he was like, that's fine, you just might not, it might not be the best for pictures. So now he thinks we're taking pictures? I don't know. But then I told him that he could talk to you guys. I was like, you can tell them about the dogs. And he's like, I don't know what to say, which is crazy because he has so much to say. Why does this desync happen every time? I want to die. He's a legend. He's very nice. He will not be reading chat, so you guys will not have the opportunity to be annoying. But be nice to him anyway. And you guys can ask questions, and he'll tell you about the dogs. You want to go see some puppies? Thank you for the subs. Thank you, thank you. All right. All right. Roo. You guys want to see how big the goats have gotten since the last time we were here? Oh, roo. Look how different these dogs are. This is Tavir. She's happy. Tavir! And that's Koss. Wait, Koss is happy too! Miss Ma'am! She's barking, she's happy. She's barking, she's happy. She's barking. Miss Tavir. Okay, anyway, they're very different. All the dogs have a lot of very different personalities, you'll see. I don't actually know where the puppies are. I need to... I'll text them. We're in the front. Yes, Koss, thank you. That's nice. Thank you for telling me I'm here. Wait. No, where are the babies? These aren't the babies. How long has it been? These are adults, right? Who's barking at me? Are we about to get, is someone gonna launch at us right now? Who's barking? Who's barking? Who's that? Who is that? I can't tell. Who are you? Oh. Wait, it's Kizzy. Kizzy, what are you doing? Come here, miss. I couldn't tell who she was. Come here. Kiss. Come on. Wait, you're not Kizzy. Who are you? Who's that? What are you doing? What are you doing? Come here, please. I say hi. She doesn't want. Hello, goats. Who are you? Who is this? Wait, is this one of the babies? There's no way. Do I know you? Can I shake your hand? Hello, nice to meet you. Wait, why are you friendly? Why is he so nice? What is going on? Hello? What? Reference, most of his goats are afraid of people because they just live in this pasture. Wait, why are you letting me pet you? Why are you all friendly? Hello? Friend check? Friend check? Friend check? Friend check? Friend check? Friend check? What the heck? Who are you? Why are you so nice? Why are you nice? Are you male or female? If you're not female, I'm gonna cry. Why'd you turn around? We'll figure it out later. That's a nice goat. For some reason. Not that his goats aren't friendly, it's just that they don't... That's a puppy. They're under there. Why are you so friendly? Hi! Isn't this weird? Hello? Eric, why is this goat so friendly?
She was the one that was born last.
She was born last?
And her brother's real nice. So
That's...
her brother'd come up to me and then I petted her time. You pet them a lot in the first 2 weeks after they're born.
Yeah.
They'll turn out to be just like a bottle goat.
She is like a bottle goat.
I know.
That's so funny.
That's why I always go, I don't need to bottle them.
She's
I
nice.
can make them that way. People say you have to bottle them to make them friendly, but that's not true.
Yeah,
You have to,
bottling is a mistake every time.
Well, it makes them too friendly.
It's the worst. I have
Bad
two
enough
bottle
to be
babies.
friendly when they're
Hi.
So the worst part about puppies this age
Uh-huh.
is they run around like little crazy things,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll trip you. Because so you have to think
Can I give you a
every
microphone?
time you move your foot. Oh.
Do you mind? They like hearing you talk, I swear.
they
They
really?
do, they do. Here you go. Or do you want me to clip it on?
Who even knew I was there? Just people?
Yeah,
They're not Anatolian
Hey,
people?
look. No, they're people. They're saying hi.
Well, hello.
They're just watching. They like animals.
So I was warning them that at 5 weeks, these puppies just run around. Now they're sleeping because they've been fed recently, but they run around like little crazy things, and I have to watch every step I make. And then I have fallen, not with this litter, but with past litters, where and then you fall trying not to land on any of them.
Yeah.
Which means I get the brunt of the fall. So, so just watch your step.
Okay.
Because they have no concept. Now the goats are helping teach them.
Are they?
Yeah. I always feed the goats, and then we walk past the goats eating in their trough to where the puppy food is fed. And the puppies, at first, they go, wait, this could be, because they nurse off their mother standing up.
Yeah.
And they
They're
check
too tall,
it out.
huh?
And, well, they go, maybe, let me check. Because they hear me making sounds they're going to eat. So
Yeah.
it's so cute. But
So, who's the mom?
she is under there. Okay, did I ever tell you the story of Kizzy?
Well, I know Kizzy, but I don't know her story now.
So she has some real illustrious ancestors.
Okay.
And she was the pick of the litter puppy. And she went to Florida. And the lady just didn't really understand a real strong Anatolian. She had an adult Anatolian female. And but the puppy at 3 months took over control of the food. She had the Anatolian adult female and 5 other dogs. and a 3-month-old puppy for me
Wow.
took over because my dogs have to be strong.
Yeah.
I mean, because I do sell them to Montana and stuff where they're grizzly bears and so on. And what I look for is judgment. Well, she was a puppy. She took over the food bowl, and she goes, hey, this works. So I finally got her back at 1.5 years.
Yeah.
And at that point, she was incorrigible. The dogs couldn't eat her food at all. I mean, she, not even in the same room, she did not allow it. Just she'd look at them and growl, and they just go away from the food, no matter how hungry. So I got her back, and when I did, I put her with this dog, Toop, that is incredibly good with puppies. And he...
the big one.
He's 33 inches tall, and his head is
tall.
as big as my chest. And I mean, he's huge. But he's so laid back, and he's so reasonable. Now, when he does think it's bad, he will take control. And so I said, okay, hopefully he won't kill her, because I co-own her with my breeding partner, Virginia. So anyway, I put her in there, and for the first 2 days, they'd eat bowls 20 feet apart, and she'd look over at him, and then she'd look back at her food. On the 3rd day, she did that, but she decided it's too much. He was 20 feet, eating food, and she wasn't going to tolerate it. She attacked him. And she ran toward him, and he had, on my place, they have to know manners. Every dog understands how they're supposed to eat, and there's no aggression. He just looked at her, and she ran at him like, huh, what's the deal? Because he had never thought she was going to attack him. And then she leaped through the air, grabbed his throat, and he immediately spun his body, slinging her off, and then jumped on top of her and grabbed her throat. And I didn't let that continue very long. And a lot of males, once they've done that, you can't have any control over him. But he's such a good temperament that I told him to back off, and he knows that command. But he waited a second, and I can see him looking at me kind of, and then he backed off, and when I said it again, and she got up and all that. But really, I was just afraid he was going to kill her, because it was an unprovoked attack. Yeah. Well, anyway, he didn't even make a hole in her throat. He just was holding her, saying, that's not going to work with me. So then I started feeding him each day again, but it was only 2 more days, and then the 3rd day after that, she attacked him a 2nd time. And I go, okay, trust him, Eric. You saw he proved he wasn't going to kill her. And so this time, he was looking at her like he had been before, and she leaped through the air like she had before, and all of a sudden, at the last second, he just switched his position of his neck and grabbed her throat in midair, slung her to the ground, got on top of her, was snarling, and I go, trust him, trust him. I mean, it's very scary to see a dog take that, especially 33 inches at the withers. Anyway, so after that, it lasted for 10 minutes, and I just kept trusting him. And sure enough, no holes in her neck. It was a controlled, you will not do that, and she never did it again. And I kept them together for about 2 months, but their bowls were a foot apart. And she'd kind of glance and look right back at her bowl. And then I moved her into this pasture with her mother, a couple of brothers, and a sister, and another dog, and my little dog, Jet, who's 15 pounds. And she never did anything. And so she really understood. Now, a couple of times she would look. You got to think about what they're thinking. And she would look, and I'd think, you're remembering when you took over other dogs' bowls. But I'd just reach out and go, and kind of tap her head, and she'd look right back at her bowl. So she really understood what was going on. Anyway, so.
So is she alone in here now, just with the puppies?
Yeah, I was bringing another dog in to cot, but you know, I usually like to have 1 or 2 young females because I'm testing out how they do with puppies. And I usually have a male, but now I'm down. I only have 1 male here. And, well, I used to have 30 Anatolians.
You have 1 male? It's only Case?
Case Jr.
Really?
Yeah.
I never thought about
now
that.
in Houston, and yeah.
Wow. All right.
So anyway, well, hopefully that wasn't boring story?
No, that was great. They loved it. They love stories. All your stories are great.
Well, it was pretty interesting to live through when
I'm
you
sure.
don't know what's going to happen, because he is powerful and huge. But he's also sweet and loving, and kids now in Houston, when he goes for a walk in town, because he lives in town now, kids come out, they all know him and remember him, and they meet him at the park, and they're all hugging
cute.
on him.
That's
He's
sweet.
just eating it up. He
Kizzy
loves
was
it.
one of my favorite. Wasn't Kizzy your favorite dog?
Oh,
Kizzy
when she was at the front with the bar.
Yeah, we love her. She's so sweet.
She is very sweet. Oh, and she was the pick of the litter.
Uh-huh.
And that's why I really felt like, like she had to have puppies. She's such a good dog.
Yeah.
And it took her the blink of an eye to correct her behavior. It's like, oh, I'm not supposed to? Okay.
Yeah. So how many puppies are there?
There are 8 puppies.
8 is...
Yes, 4 boys and
What?
4 girls.
Wow.
The boys are usually bigger, and in this case, they took after their dad more. And do we want a background with goats or anything?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Whatever's
Okay,
easiest for
Let's go
you.
in the shade.
Okay. Hi, Kizzy.
Or if you want to look at Kizzy again. Hi, baby. So she likes to be under there because there aren't as many flies. They don't like to go under buildings. And and they come here and there to nurse off of her.
She's so cute.
She is such a good dog, and she's been good with everything. So 1.5 years is when I started her with animals. Now, for the first 8 weeks, Leslie had sheep and chickens with her, so she wasn't completely unused to them. But 1.5 year old dog, and then you just throw them in with goats, and I have geese and stuff. Hi, baby. Do you want to come out? A lot of times she whines. She wants to, but she's not sure she wants to get out of the shade.
It's a lot of work, huh?
Do you want to come, honey? Oh, you have beautiful eyes. I just think her head is stunning.
Yeah, I love
She's
the shape of
so
her head,
pretty.
too. She's very pretty.
And then her front and rear angulation is just about perfection, top line. And then Toop, at 33 inches tall, a lot of Anatolians are so tall that their body kind of falls apart because somehow the muscle isn't powerful enough to keep the bones in alignment properly, and they get cowhocked and whatever. But ever since he's been a puppy, no matter how tall he grew, his legs always stayed perfect.
That's
which
cool.
I think it's the muscle. And I do want muscle because if they're going to have to protect, they have to be strong.
They're asking about what does the angulation mean?
Oh, so that's the way the bones articulate, should I say that word? That come together. So the angle is like on the shoulder. There's the shoulder and it lays back. On dogs, the shoulder is only connected to the body with muscles.
Oh.
So part of correct shoulder angulation is the muscles have to be strong enough equally so the angle lays back correctly.
Oh.
It should lay back at a 45-degree angle on working dogs. And then the next is the upper arm, and it should be like a mirror image of the angle of the shoulder blade. That angle in the front allows them to trot endlessly for a long period of time without tiring. Other angles, they pound their joints and stuff like that, but that angle is more...
I can't imagine with all the shapes of dogs that we have. Like my little one, Maverick, he's got such short legs.
Well, at terriers, they have a real straight shoulder angulation. And you know how they go...
Straight leg and
It's
trot.
because, yeah, and I guess it's not... Whereas these dogs, they would be taken hundreds of miles up into the mountains with the
Right.
sheep, and they had to go all day just trotting and trotting. And besides going that distance, they also have to run around the herd, and they do many more miles.
I see a puppy under there, and he
Oh, yeah.
he's sleeping, but he looks deceased.
Zonked out. Yeah.
That's so funny. Space, can you see him if you come where I am? Or I don't know how good your zoom is on that.
In the hole.
No.
Yeah.
Rip. So cute. How old are they?
They turned 5 weeks. What is today? Wednesday? Oh,
Wednesday, the 8th.
They may have just turned 6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Yeah, but they could have just turned 5. I get confused.
Hi.
But yeah, so the hardest part of raising puppies is selling them, because at least these puppies, you just love every puppy.
Oh,
and you just,
for you, the hard part for you.
for me, for me.
You're not keeping any, or are you?
Well, I sort of, because of my age, I have a thing with Kelly, and she's gonna take a boy, and I'm gonna have a girl. But if something happens to me, or at any time I become too incapacitated, then she'll take the girl. And so my deal is now I'm trying to be sure that all my dogs can have really perfect and good homes if something happens to me.
Right.
And I am very lucky because I have a good reputation and people know my dogs work real well. And therefore a lot of people would like to have my dogs.
Right. Yeah.
So
all the other ones are called for, right? Or they already have them?
I had them sold before they were even born. As a
Right.
matter of fact, I went through my list. And I thought she was so big, I thought she was going to have like 14. Her mother did, and so did her grandmother. And so I go, well, she'll probably have it. But she's old. This is her first litter, and she's almost 7. That's a very old age for the first time breeding. But I just thought, oh, I can't lose her. She's so good. But anyway, let's see. Oh, I forgot what we were talking about.
Them all being sold before they were born.
Oh, yes. So, yeah. So I cut when I found out she was pregnant, I said, okay, I'm only going to call 11 people off my list, which I did. And then I had to call a few people.
And tell them,
There's
hey,
only
never mind.
8. Sorry.
How'd you make the cut?
Well, my priority is, have you ever owned an Anatolian from me? That gives you a gold star. Have you ever owned an Anatolian at all? That's a silver star.
Okay.
Have you ever not owned an Anatolian, just other dogs? I don't know what star it is, but it'd be the bad star. Because people who have never owned Anatolians, they don't understand that Anatolians do not behave like regular dogs.
I go, never mind.
Because my mother is Dice, and I'm not friendly, because Dice isn't friendly.
Dice.
Yeah, she has
I don't know Dice.
2 little white spots on her side, like somebody
cute.
tossed some dice. That's why she got that name. But she is a beautiful goat. But anyway, so, and then actually, I do have a lady that, she's an AKC judge. She's been a breeder of Anatolians almost as long as I have. She lives in New Mexico. Her daughter was the president of the club years ago. And her other daughter showed my dog Yazzie, and he was the #1 for 3 years, and he got best of breed at Westminster and all that stuff. So they know Anatolians very well.
Right.
And she started off saying she wanted 4 of these puppies.
4.
Which is quite a compliment. Now, she would keep 1, and then her daughter, it'd be spread around to different people. So it wouldn't be like she'd have all 4. But it kind of is a flattering thing with somebody that's got that good of a reputation, is ask for 4.
Right. Yeah, that's amazing.
But anyway, so I had to cut it down. She's only going to get 3. Because, I was already cutting other people out, too. But anyway.
3 seems like plenty of puppies. Isn't there something about you're not supposed to raise puppies up together?
Well, they won't be.
Oh, okay.
She has her big, huge house in New Mexico on 40 acres or 50 acres, whatever acreage. It's on this hill. I've seen a picture. It's a gorgeous home. Yep. And then she has a neighbor on another hill that's going to have one of them, and then her daughter will have the other one. So
cool.
So each one will be raised independently. Although when they're a little bitty, they may kind of keep them together a little. It's really good for them to learn how to interact with other dogs. And that's why I try to keep them as long as I can. And when I actually am keeping them, I keep them there with other dogs constantly. Because I think they learn dog communication better, and they know how to say, don't mess with me. I will fight, and without ever actually getting into a fight. And that's my goal.
Have they met ducks yet? Or geese?
I have the ducks right there.
Uh-huh.
So they get to smell them and see them. But puppies are too, like, well, right now, I warned you about them being around you. They're like, yeah, what's this? Oh, good. They're scatterbrained when they're this young. So it's like an age thing. And with poultry, Anatolians, I like them to see them and smell them and hear them. But only if I'm supervising them do I ever let the poultry out with them for at least 6 months. And some dogs, it takes 2 years.
Oh, I didn't know you had babies.
Oh, yeah, those are my Muscovy babies.
Cute.
Yes, I was doing the Indian runner, but I am tired of the fact they can't raise their own babies.
Oh, really? I've never bred ducks.
Yeah, they're
Hi.
not the
Goat.
sweetest of mothers. They don't. I had one. I was so happy she sat on her eggs. You can't get most of them to even sit on the eggs. And then I was out here, and she's sitting on the eggs. And you know, ducks will sling out the shell after the baby hatches out.
Yeah.
Well, she slung out a shell, and then she slung out the baby.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't know the difference. It's okay. They're not going to hurt your babies. She's a little nervous. After her babies are all under their feet and everything.
Hi. You look like
Oh,
Ripper.
that's your boy's brother.
Oh, is it?
Yes. I mean, sister.
Wow, she's changed so much. She used to have so much neck skin. Now she looks
Yeah.
like an adult goat.
Yeah, she kind of does. Although, I'm not sure. I'd like her a little fatter. But
She was pretty chunky when she was a baby.
yeah, she was. I guess she's
That's
in good shape.
Pee-wee's sister, guys. I call him Pee-wee because he was little.
Yeah, he was little. She was the big one.
Yes,
but
she does
if you
look
look
like
at her
Tripper.
structure, look at her rear angulation. Okay, that's rear angulation. See how the feet are apart and they come down very straight. If you're looking from the back, it comes straight down. And you need that. And the cow hocking is when it goes in, and you know, and you don't want it to go in or out. The muscles need to be balanced properly. And if you breed wrong, they won't be like that. And then the other part of the angulation is from the side, where it comes down to the hock and then straight down. And in an Anatolian, you want that last part where it comes straight down to be shorter, proportional to the thigh bone, because that's another thing that adds endurance. Trotting, dogs that have the last part shorter will have better endurance than dogs that have that last part taller, because they have to do more work somehow when they're moving, and the bigger muscles help push it. But anyway,
Do you know how fast they can run?
Anatolians, I have clocked one, my first and second, my first male and then his daughter. I had a driveway that went like 1,600 feet, and she'd come out to greet me because she'd hear the car, and then she'd love running back beside me. And usually after I hit about 30 miles an hour, she'd slow down.
Wow.
It's like, okay, that's more than and it was like a field, and so it was flat, so she could run easily. But
Wow, that's fast.
yeah, they're very fast. But it is more important that they chase the predator away and come right back to their animals. Some people emphasize how fast they are and they want them to chase them down a mile or two away. Well, when you have wolf packs or that type of organized predator, what they learn is they learn to send somebody in, draw the dogs away, and the rest of the pack come in and get something from the backside. So these dogs have to know all that genetically.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
a lot to know. Man, she looks like the girl that I took from you.
Oh,
the
the
same
girl?
face.
Well, they probably are related.
Yeah, half siblings.
Yeah, I think so.
Hi.
But anyway, I love raising them. I love the puppies, and I love dealing with them. And I love training them, because this is the part that makes Anatolians what they are as a breed. I'm not real fond of people who only select for whatever, you know, just the show or just a pretty dog or whatever, because that would eventually ruin the breed. Hello, baby. They have to be, and it is very hard to select for all these working traits. There's hundreds of them. And if you haven't raised your dogs with livestock, you don't really know what you're selecting for. So that's why if you want to raise Anatolians, you have to have a farm setting. So all of this is really so I can test my dogs.
Yeah. Well, they have it all.
Yeah. And that's another reason so many people have other Anatolians, and they get mine, and people say, oh, his dogs are mean. Well, no, they're powerful, and they're not submissive, and they should be independent. But I have puppies at about 3 months. She wasn't the first. Somebody in Colorado years ago had a male that was 1.5 years old, and the 3-month-old female puppy took over and dominated the male. And that just means their internal strength is very high, because they have to have internal strength to stand up to grizzly bears, wolf packs, and all that. And if they can't, they really shouldn't be bred, I don't think, because that's what they are bred for, to protect livestock against predators.
Yeah. The wolves that we rescued, they're wolf dogs. So they're 70 to 80% wolf, and the rest is, I guess, husky or Malamute.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling to me that people still want to breed those together.
Yeah, I know.
Because then they can't be someone's pet, you know, they can't be in someone's house, but they also can't be released into the wild.
Right.
So then they just have to be at places like this.
Wow.
But I mean, you're
so
welcome to
how
come
is
see
their
them.
temperament?
They're afraid of people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I don't know how much interaction they got before they came here. They're 10 years old.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, wow, that's kind
Oh,
of
a
toward
puppy?
the end of their cycle. Well, hello there.
Hello.
That may be a little girl, or I'm not sure. They're so similar in coloring that it's hard to tell sometimes.
Hi, Kizzy.
But
Sorry.
without really looking.
It's nice she was letting me sit that closer.
They historically, all my
gosh.
litters, the mother and the puppies love the spot. It is their favorite spot because
I bet it's a lot cooler
well,
under
it's
there.
way cooler.
Oh my
The breeze
gosh.
kind of comes through under the building. They dig into the dirt, which they like to be cool, and then the flies don't go under there.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that's great.
They kind of have it all under there. And they only started going here about 2 or 3 days ago. I kept them over in the shed over there. That's where their real pen is. But they. Hello there.
That's so funny.
Hello
She's
there.
got her tail.
And so you see the tip of the mom's tail is black. Well, that is absolutely of no value or not value at all, but I like it.
It's cute.
Yeah. My original Anatolians had black tip tails, and I just thought they all did. And then I've had a ton that didn't, so I've always favored it.
Yeah, it's cute. You guys seeing the puppies?
And all of this they're doing with their mom and everything, I think it's really good for their emotional stability when they're an adult. Because if the mother's really maternal and loving, I think they grow up better mentally and more stable. So, can't tell. There's a boy also that does that little puppy have a white tip on the end of its tail, just a tiny one, or
no.
black? Oh, okay, then it probably is the girl. Yeah. Oh, saying, I want a little more food.
Okay, they are so cute. This one has a white tip.
Yeah, that's a girl, and there's 2 girls that are a little on the smaller side, and then 2 girls that are kind of big. But with her dad 33 inches tall, I mean, surprised not all of them are huge.
Yeah,
well,
they
actually,
could be
they were born at
huge.
2 pounds each, so that's, for a puppy, that's pretty big.
Hi, little.
I have
What are you
had so
doing?
many.
Oh
Oh,
my
I love that
gosh.
little girl.
Hi.
She was the smallest puppy born at the time of birth,
Wow.
but as you see, she's not little now.
What are you doing? Come here.
Come on, baby.
Come here. Okay.
So, being a bit shy
Uh-huh.
of things they aren't used to
Is
is
a good thing.
Anatolian trait you want. Yes. Because if they just immediately accept everything strange and different, that acts like a regular dog, not a guardian dog. Now, you don't want them to attack either. You
Right.
Just, so, you know, you want
Hi,
them to say,
everybody's
I'm not
awake."
sure.
Everyone's awake.
So these were born on what's called a side-by-side.
Okay.
She was almost 7, which really you should never breed one that old. So I knew I was going to want to take every medical precaution possible. Since
Oh,
it was her
right.
first
She had the
litter.
cesarean, huh?
Yes. So we had set up the cesarean early on so that I didn't want her to go through a live birth. That's where they have a lot of trouble when they're old. Is everything seems to go good, and then they start having them, but their body hormones aren't all humming away like on a young dog, and so they have trouble. So I go, let's just ignore that. But then the male was almost 10, and so that's pretty old. Some males
Yeah.
quit producing semen at 8.
Uh-huh.
So I first had him collected and examined just to be sure he even had semen left. And he had fairly decent semen. So actually I saved that collection and froze it because he's such a good dog. And then we knew he had good semen, so they brought both of them in together. And they did a side-by-side. So he was never allowed to mount her or, you know, he wouldn't eat for 3 weeks, but he wasn't allowed to do anything directly with her. And then at the vet's office, they collected him. And then they inserted it not just close in, but they inserted it exactly where the eggs come out of the fallopian tubes.
Wow.
Yeah, so that each egg would have the greatest chance of conceiving puppies.
Neat.
It's funny, if you really get into it, you really learn a lot of stuff. You probably...
There's a lot of people that are so surprised by what you're saying. It's funny.
Oh, okay.
It's cool, though. That's interesting. I did a lab in college where we did artificial insemination with horses, but never done anything with dogs.
Yeah. Well, I actually, when I did it, it cost quite a bit.
I bet.
And I thought, okay, it's worth a chance, even if I throw all this money away. And I just took a gamble because her being almost 7, him being almost 10, her first time, I actually am thrilled every time I look at him to go, oh my God, I actually got them. They came, I have the puppies. So.
She seems like she's doing really well.
Oh, she just loves her puppies.
Good.
Yeah. She is
Kizzy.
protective. If she thinks the goats are going to hurt them, she makes the goats move away from them. It's like, no, don't touch my puppies. But
Somebody asked what you think about Great Pyrenees.
I think that if you want a lovely, sweet, kind pet that doesn't really guard and may wander all over the country, that is a great dog for you. That's my personal opinion.
That's
Anyway.
very political. That's very nice.
Well, they are really sweet. It's just I get calls over and over from people who actually, like me, have livestock that need protecting. And they go, well, I just got a call. My dog is 5 miles from the house. They're not doing
have
much
seen-
protection.
Probably 5 Great Pyrenees here since the start of the year, just around.
Well, and I'm not saying my dogs don't ever get out. I have a dog that clears anything 6 feet or under. And she gets out.
Puppy.
But she comes back pretty quick. She only is chasing off a predator. Once she's gotten it so far away, she comes right back. Now, I have done everything to try to... She's the dog I bring in here with me sometime, but she recently figured out that that area over there has a fence that's only 5.5 feet tall.
Oh.
So now if there's any
Not tall enough,
commotion, yeah, she just hops over it and just checks it out. Oh. Gosh, how many are under there?
Hi. What are you doing?
And that's that little sweet one that came out once before. Now, that's very typical. She came out, she checked you out, you didn't do anything, you weren't pushy. She went back in, thought about it, and now she felt free to come out to you.
Now she's licking my pants.
Do you have a second favorite breed of dog?
You know, my problem is, you mean the puppies?
No, breed of dog.
Oh, breed of dog. My problem is I do like all dogs. I can like any dog. I don't know why. They're just all wonderful. And I like little dogs and big dogs. But for being on a farm, needing protection from predators, I just don't think there's a better dog than the Anatolian at all. So for what I need them for, I have to have Anatolians. And all my family, they have... I can't even think of the names, but those little fuzzy dogs. And
Pomeranians?
No, not that fuzzy, but they're like Shih Tzu. Yeah, they have Shih Tzu and a Shih Tzu cross and stuff like that. And I love going over to their house and playing with them, and they're sweet as pie. But they can't protect against.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I like, for instance, the coyotes. That's why it's like, let's let that coyote loose that got caught. Because my dogs will keep them off, my animals.
He's, we came to Eric's property, how long ago was that? A few months?
It was in January.
In January, because there was a coyote stuck in a snare that somebody else set out. We cut it out of the snare and let it go.
Yes, and it made me happy because it's like, hey, live and let live. My dogs will keep them off of my animals, so why do I need to worry about them? You know what I mean? It's like, let them have their life.
Well, that's why I was nervous to ask you, because I would assume you wouldn't want it to be let go.
No, I was so relieved when I watched that video. Oh, good. Oh, it's so wonderful. It's a beautiful creature. You know?
It was, yeah, she was really gorgeous.
So, yeah, and that is why I like Anatolians. Because, frankly, my line, and I do select for this, if the predator will leave, they let it go. They don't have to kill it.
Right.
But here's the problem. Some of those predators turn and fight. And once they fight, they can't afford to be damaged.
Right,
So I had one of my early really good dogs was out in the pasture, and he was so protective of the animals, and I saw him playing with a Cocker Spaniel out in the pasture, and I'm going, what is going on?
Whose dog is that?
And I still don't know to this day where it came from.
That's
but he was
funny.
playing with it. So I go, okay, I'm going to watch this. I need to educate myself what's really happening. Making snap judgments about what's going on can lead to wrong conclusions. So I sat there watching, and then I realized, oh, he's keeping his body between the goats and the cocker. He always maneuvered so the cocker was on the other side. And then I noticed that he would, like, the cocker would invite play and he would reach out and he would bat the cocker's head and kind of smash it on the ground a little bit with his paw. And the cocker, after a little bit, goes, hey, you're just too rough. I'm not going to play. And he turned and went under the fence and crawled and left. And I never saw him again.
Wow.
And I thought, no, see, that's what you want. You want a dog that recognizes that cocker's not a problem. I don't need to do anything. I just want it to move away.
Right.
You know, and that is the kind of dog I try for. That being said, if the dog started chasing the goats or something like that, they'd probably just try to do something similar. But if they ever really went after the goats,
They'd kill it.
they'd probably kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like American dogs seem like they've lost the idea of you're losing, get away, you've been told to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Anatolians, they understand that real well.
That's funny.
And that's part of what I like the puppies to learn in the communication.
Uh-huh.
I like them to know what dog language is saying when they talk to each other. Like Ducat, the one who jumps 6 foot,
Yeah.
she can go into any pasture I have with any dog I have. And that isn't always true of Anatolians. But she was a very dominant puppy and wanted to be the boss.
Yeah.
So what I did as she was growing up is she'd start working her way up in a group of females, and then I'd move her to another pasture where she's the bottom again. And she'd work her way up. And I wanted her to know that being aggressive wasn't the answer. Well, sure enough, as an adult, that's a puppy over there.
Out there?
That's where they normally stay. They've just recently moved here.
Can we go?
Do you want to go
over there?
look?
Yeah.
She's probably like,
Somebody's crying.
where is
I thought they were all under
everybody?
here.
No, they about 3 days ago was the first time that I saw them over here. And they actually this morning they were all over here, but this is where I really had them at first.
Oh, the goats. Entourage.
Little puppy, we're coming.
Guys, I know I left the can there. It's fine. It's empty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, lots of puppies. Oh
Three
my
of 'em.
gosh. Hi, you're small.
Yes, that's the smallest puppy, and it's a girl. And if you look, she has one of the most exquisitely beautiful heads and eyes.
Is this the one that you're going to keep?
I have
Do you
no
know?
idea.
You don't know?
I look at her. Oh, yes, I must keep you. Everyone I look at, I think I need to keep. Because, well, I like them all.
Oh, I'm
It's my
sure.
biggest problem.
Yeah, they're adorable.
Oh, and this is the biggest boy. They called him Bulldozer because
He's like twice her size.
yeah, she's the littlest,
Hi.
he's the
Hi,
biggest.
miss.
But what he did, hey Lear.
That one's got a really cute face as well.
Yes, that does. I think that's a girl.
Hello.
I'm still trying to learn. It could be a boy.
Can I take
Are you a
picture
boy
of
or a
you?
girl? Are you a boy or a
take a
girl?
picture of you.
Oh, I think you're a boy. Yep, you are a boy.
Oh. Bulldozer. You're Bulldozer, huh?
Yes, because he
Wow, you're
would
big.
start nursing on
You're
one
really big.
side, nurse a little bit, scoot to the next one, and just bulldoze them off one at a time. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, goat. What do
So
you think?
that's why the goats are here, so the puppies can learn. And you see, she kind of already learned not to just run under the feet. She walked up there and said, I think I'll get back a little bit. They sometimes run unexpectedly. So when I raise them at 3 weeks is when they come out here. And then they're with goats. And the first day I keep their run shut, but after 24 hours I just open it. And then they have the run of the pasture.
Yeah. So, do they have names? Is this one's name Bulldozer? Or
Well, that's what, yeah.
They've got-
I mean, they have sorted
are they going to
names.
get Turkish
like,
names?
Oh, yeah, eventually, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, already somebody that's getting one, she wants to call her boy Otto.
Otto.
And that may just be the call name, and then Ottoman
Mm-hmm.
would be his actual spelling. And then I say the mom's name, so it'll be Kizzy or Diva Kiz is her registered actual spelling. And then I put the puppy's individual name.
Yeah. It's crazy they have the run of this whole pasture. It's crazy seeing something that little just
Yeah, but
out and
they're
about.
really good. They stay fairly close. Before 3 days ago, they just stayed, they were always right here.
Small.
And then because their mom kept going over there, they would go over there
Mm-hmm.
and get it. Yeah.
Some people are asking, I'm not getting a puppy. That's not what we're here for. We're just visiting the puppies.
Yes.
These dogs would not, I've talked to Eric about that before. The dogs wouldn't like our foxes or our wolf dogs at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to not like them, so that wouldn't work.
Yeah, they would be uncomfortable with them, especially
Yeah.
the fox. Well, no, the wolf dogs act
Wolf
just
dogs
like
probably,
wolves. So, yeah. And they recognize that behavior. They don't like it. I actually think I have foxes that come over on Dan's property and check things out and maybe eat. Well, we have bobcats and coyotes and everything around here. But they seem to like coming up there all the time. Well, Mama, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing, sweetie?
Oh, more
There you
puppies.
go.
They're coming with her.
Oh, that's the one you petted?
Yeah, the girl.
She's
so
only.
dark.
Yes, she's. I
Wow.
call that gray fawn, and
Hi, kid.
she could turn out exactly this color when she's grown, instead of all that black. But do you see in her coat? Do you see the black hair tips right here?
Uh-huh.
Well, she was this color when she was.
Kizzy was?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
When she was little, or close to that color. But as they age, the hair changes on exactly how it comes out.
How much do you think she weighs?
Well, she weighed 125 pounds when we bred her, so she's a fairly big dog.
Yeah, it's
And
huge.
then when they went in to do the delivery, she weighed 164 pounds.
Wow.
That's part of why we thought she's going to have 14 puppies.
Yeah.
And then they did the delivery, and after the delivery, she still weighed 146. So as you see, she needs to go on a diet, but we're not putting her on a diet until after the puppies are no longer nursing. I don't want to do anything that makes her,
Yeah, no, that
So.
makes sense.
yeah. So,
can
but
have
she's, and she actually is a big, powerful, muscular, good boned female. So the 125 pounds I wasn't too surprised about.
I haven't seen you in a
And
long
she has a
time.
number of siblings that also, are about like that. There's various sizes.
The wolf dogs are only 75 pounds.
Yes.
Hello.
It's amazing. Well, it's why these dogs can beat them. They're so much bigger. But in Turkey, the average male is only like 100 to 110. And the average female is about 75 pounds. They don't feed them as well as we do here.
Is she one of the ones you brushed if you... Did I brush? Yeah, I'm sure I did.
Did you brush up there?
Probably.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And one of those you brushed, Ash, she passed away.
Oh,
at
Ash
12.
did over there.
Yes.
Wow, she was old.
Yeah, she was old. And I was right there with her when she did. And I
Oh.
can't keep talking about it
Yeah,
it's
sorry.
too, But I was glad I was there with her. And she seemed glad I was too. Anyway.
So then over there, you still have Bahia over there.
Yeah. And Cutla,
Cutla.
her granddaughter.
Cute. Oh, yeah, I would love to go see Cutla today.
Oh,
haven't seen her
okay.
in a while.
We could do that.
Hi. Bulldozer's back.
And I think at least 3 of her this dog's full siblings are champions, AKC champions,
Wow.
and all of them actually guard livestock for a living. I mean, they don't.
Yeah.
They aren't show dogs; they're
Right.
guardians. So
That's awesome.
yeah. And probably had we shown her, she could have, but with her perfect body and all that. But now she's just gained a little.
I love her ears. I think her ears are so cute. I don't know what they're supposed to look like, but they're...
This side, and on this one, okay, so what happened is the lady didn't know how to do the ears. Like when they're little, if they're like trying to be pleasing and pleasant, they'll fold their ears back like that ear was. And then the cartilage is growing and it gets used to being folded and it feels comfortable to be folded. So when I got her back at 1.5 years, both ears were always held folded back. And I don't like that because it's not as pretty as this look. And so, but you can see she can do it. It's just whatever she can do it either way. But I was determined to get them to be able to fold the correct way or the way I like. And I taped them, and it worked. And she was 1.5 years old. I mean, usually you give up at about 6
She's
months.
over it. She said,
Oh, little
she
puppies.
said, this is not what I came here for.
Yeah. She goes, I get this all day. I want to go have a little peace. Oh, yes, you can see why I love this one.
She's really cute.
Oh, look at that gorgeous face. Look at that face. It's just so beautiful. I've had a number of dogs that had a head that was just like hers that I really loved. So when I see her, I see them sort of too. But
Pretty head. You smell like puppy.
that's puppy breath. Now she tends to be the most, she's real sweet, but she's also like, I don't really know, this is different. She notices that it's different faster than the other puppies do. But evidently, it's fine with you because she doesn't. She didn't hold back from you.
Yeah, I don't think I come off as the most threatening. Probably a size thing.
Yeah.
Hi. Their faces are so different.
Now this one is a boy face.
He's cute.
So let's see if he. Be sure and he is a boy.
Got a
Good
boy
thing.
face.
I do tend to sometimes pick doggy females because there's more power and strength in the muzzle and stuff. And you know, when they're fighting something, you don't want them to have trouble. You don't want the other dog to have more bite power than they do.
Right.
They need to win,
Yeah.
or you're going to lose your dog. You know, so I'll let you.
Catch a break, kiss.
So, yeah, they figured out about 4 or 5 days ago that if they stand up, if she's standing up, they can nurse. That's why they look up to the goats. Is there anything here?
I don't have anything, sorry.
Did you
have to
say you
go
wanted to
around.
go look at Cutla?
Sure.
Just whenever you want anything, just tell me. But,
Oh. Obstacles everywhere.
oh, now this is where you have to watch out because they just wander under your feet. I mean, geez.
Right.
They don't have any idea.
They're so cute. Wow. And how fast do they grow? When are they full grown?
They were born at 2 pounds, and they're
Okay.
probably close to 10 pounds now.
Okay.
Their father, when he was 8 weeks old, weighed 23 pounds. And that's pretty fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
In 8 weeks,
8
go
weeks
from
is,
2 pounds, which is, they were born on the heavy side.
Hello.
But, and then be 23 pounds. And I brought him back from Virginia in a little 20-pound flexible dog carrier for those little bitty dogs. But I just asked him to go in, and he went in and curled his little body up. And then when you go through the X-ray thing,
Big feet.
they're not going to X-ray the dog. So they had me take him out of the crate. Nobody had seen him. And everybody was going through with these little bitty dogs. And then I take him out, and he puts his head across my shoulder, and his bottom legs are wrapped around my waist.
Oh.
It's so huge. And I remember everybody was going, oh my God, how'd you get that dog in there? And they were certain I couldn't get him to go back in, but I just opened it up and asked him, and he just went right back
That's
in.
sweet.
Yeah, he's a really
are
terrific
cute.
dog. Excellent temperament.
Boy. Oh, itchy.
Itchy. Do you guys have any questions that you want to ask Eric while we're sitting?
Oh my gosh, so cute.
This is so
Hi,
funny.
baby. Hi, darling. Hello. 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 As they get older, the boy head becomes more and more apparent. Yes, the girls have prettier heads.
Let's see. You said how old are they when they get sent off to their new home?
So I don't let anyone take them until they're at least 8 weeks. And the ones I keep here basically, you know, with other dogs forever basically. And but they need to be with their mother and their siblings through 8 weeks to learn their socialization. And, you know, I mean, I have some people that I'll keep them a week or two longer. Oh, look, a caterpillar on that branch.
Oh
right
my
there.
gosh. That is a huge caterpillar. What?
We have a
is
lot of those around. I've looked it up before, but honestly, I forgot what it was.
Let me see if it's a...
It's just sitting there on that branch. We've been here the whole time. Did it crawl
Right.
up and we
Yeah, I
didn't
don't
notice
know. I
it?
didn't see it.
It's so weird.
Is it a Luna moth caterpillar? It is.
It's a
isn't
moth
it?
of some kind. Yeah. Okay. So it's
Those
a Luna
like
moth.
the beautiful ones that have the green.
Oh wow.
Yeah, amazing.
Wow.
It is caterpillar season. Have you gotten stung yet?
So no, but I'm very careful. And you know the woolly bears. Well, I don't even touch them, even though they're not supposed to, because I think there could be one that mimics them.
Yeah.
Or
the
they're
buckworm moth caterpillars are gnarly. They sting.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there is a black and white little caterpillar that isn't long. It's kind of, and the hair's real long. And literally, when I was younger, I was weeding, and you know, you just pull, and I touched the hairs.
Size
And
comparison. Look how
I
big it
actually
is.
became delirious from my reaction, and the under my arm got swollen huge
Oh my gosh.
from a caterpillar.
A caterpillar. How scary.
So ever since then, I've been very, very careful. I don't trust them.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. They're everywhere right now.
Yeah.
Puppies?
See what I mean? They find the most inconvenient place to get under your feet.
Huge. Cool.
Yeah. And I see this kind quite a bit.
Yeah, I haven't seen one that big. They asked if any of the dogs get adopted as pets or if they're just livestock dogs.
Okay, some of these dogs will be home companion guardians. It is my belief, and a lot of them are home companion guardians that they have a small acreage and they have animals, and they want a dog they can have in the house, protect them, as well as their few goats or whatever. And so, my personal belief is the very best home companion guardians are dogs that were selected for working ability. Because these dogs have to be around goats, having babies, bossy mothers that want to beat them up for getting close to their baby and not attack the goat. They have to see the baby with blood all over it, everything, and feel loving and protective, not in any way go, ooh, food, you know. And so they have to have a really good brain to be a good livestock guardian. And this regular dogs, you're not testing for all these things. And you're testing on livestock guardians for conflicting desires and behaviors, because they have to be real protective and drive off serious predators that might even try to kill them. And on the other hand, they have to be super careful and loving and all that to the babies. So it has been my experience that these dogs that I have selected for working ability, superior working ability, will also be a really good home companion guardian if you are a good owner. The problem is a lot of Americans don't know how to interact with a dog as powerful as this.
Nice.
And the key is never, ever, ever be the problem. Never.
Be the problem.
They'll-
To the dog.
To an Anatolian, anyway. It's good for any dog, but because the way Anatolians are, if you become the problem, they'll become the solution. And so I don't ever hit mine or strike them, or if you can't control them without losing your temper.
Or the goats, huh? Any time I've had to chase any of your goats, your dogs freak out. If I lost a goat in a pasture, I have to go get it and bring it back. Your dogs freak out at me. They're like, don't touch that, don't chase that.
Yeah. I had a guy, we got the clever idea, we both have goats to take to the auction. Let's just, take one vehicle and share the gas. So it was a good idea. We were friends. And so he came over, he had his goats loaded, and we were going to load some of mine. And I had, I think she was around 8 months. She was a young dog. It was Shadow from a long time ago. And I said, oh, yeah, get that goat. He had wanted to know who he should load. And I go, get that goat. Well, I'm always so careful and gentle with him, and I, you know, they're used to that. Well, he's a big, powerful guy, and he just reached down and grabbed the horns and picked it up, and he was going to walk it.
Yeah.
And when he grabbed it and picked it up, she had been watching him suspiciously. And so...
Which dog was it?
It was Shadow.
Shadow.
Every dog I have goes back to Shadow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she was like the third generation Anatolian. But anyway, it kind of scared me because I didn't really know what she was going to do, but she ran at him and flew through the air, and I go, oh God, she's going after his throat. Because it looked like it, but what she really was doing, he was holding the goat, and she dropped her whole body down on his arms, breaking his hold on the goat. And she kind of knew it all. She knew what was going to happen. She knew his hold had broke. She got around behind him, and then going back and forth, snapping and snarling at his heels, but never actually biting him. She drove him straight to the gate, and this was the best part.
She got him out of the pasture.
Once he went through the gate, he didn't even have the chain on the gate. He went through the gate and shut it. Then she just turned away and sat there, walked over close to the goats, and then sat there and looked at him like, don't come back in. So, believe me, he had no intention. He said, you'd have to catch your own goats. Yeah.
No, that was not me. He's talking about another guy.
Yeah, this was years ago.
Somebody also asked how you got into breeding Anatolians.
So I had like 140 probably sheep and goats. And I had a different property then, and much more nutritious soil.
Some problem solving over here. Oh, he's got it. He's a genius. Wow.
Yeah, they're just really learning how to get out good.
You did it.
Which is a good thing. But anyway, and then I had horses and cows, and I had all kinds of animals. But the sheep and goats were the problem. I had only lived there for like 6 months, and the coyotes had just discovered that I had sheep and goats.
Oh.
And there was this place called Brushy Creek that came in and went out, and it was, all the local people called it the Coyote Highway.
Okay.
Because you'd see coyotes going up and down that creek. Well, anyway, once they discovered me, they killed 8 adult ewes in 2 weeks. And I sat out there, and I was working outside. I had a rifle. I had nothing else to make them stop. I don't like killing, but hey, they were killing my sheep like rampantly. And so I left the dead one there. They ran off when I came out and saw it. And I thought, well, I'll just keep working, and a little later I'll set it up. And I was going to go get my rifle, and I looked over there, and I go, where's the sheep? While I was there, 150 feet from where the sheep had been, they had cleverly come up and dragged the sheep off. I followed it for like miles, well, probably about a mile, across my pasture and down through my neighbors, and then I lost the trail. But I go, okay, this can't last. I'll be out of sheep and goats here before too long. I was reading a goat magazine, and it had the number of the Anatolian Shepherd Dog Club of America secretary who was in California. And it talked about him, and I go, oh, this is perfect. Nothing has to be killed, and they'll protect. So I called her up, and there happened to be a litter in Marble Falls, which is not that far. And so I said, they were going to be 7 weeks old. And that a few days later, I drove over there. The lady had like a couple thousand or more acres, and she had like 500 Angora goats, and she had a number of Anatolians, and we had to drive out into the pasture, and she said, wherever the Angoras are, that's where he'll be. His name was Penerbasi's King, and he was a real tall, beautiful dog. But he was very scary. And somehow, even though I had never been around Anatolians, they said, just stay by the car and don't really move. And he came over and checked me out, and I didn't move a muscle. He said, this dog is all business. And they only drove out every other day to give him dog food.
It's wild how little they eat for the size they
Yeah,
are.
it's unbelievable, actually. So, but anyway, so I got a puppy. We went to this corral, and there are all these Angoras laying around, and she said, okay, your puppy's in there. And I go, I don't see any puppies. And she goes, look closer. The puppies had all scrunched up against the Angora.
Cute.
One puppy per, they were not the puppy clump. It was, they wanted to be with a goat, not another puppy. And she goes, well, this is the only one. Those others are already sold. If you want one, you can have this one. And I just took him because he was the only one. And man, he turned out, I would talk to other people that had him, trying to find out, what are you supposed to do? I had no idea how to raise them, and they're so different. But in that conversation, I found out he was incredibly superior to the other people's Anatolians, his working ability. And so then I said, oh my gosh, I can't lose this. I need this. So I paid 3 times the going rate to a lady in Washington State. She had some real good dogs she had imported from, that had been imported from Turkey to England, and then their offspring imported from England into Washington State. And they were really incredible dogs, very close to Turkey. But I thought, okay, if I'm going to breed, I need to breed the best quality I can get. And the mother was absolutely fabulous. She lived till she was 14. She was an incredible dog, and I just made a mistake not breeding her a second time. I only bred her once because I didn't need any more.
What year was that when you got the first one?
I got my first dog in '85 as a puppy, the male, and then I can't remember what year I got her in, but she was about 3 or so when I bred her. And the litter was born in '91. So the first litter I had was '91. And that was so, I kept a ton of them because they're so cute. I couldn't let them go. And so, and then I didn't have another litter until '97. So I only, from '85 to '97, I had a total of 2 litters. Why? I didn't think I knew enough about the breed to be a breeder. I wanted to really learn as much as I could to make as good a decisions as I could make. And then as I got to know more about them, what I really saw was too many people were not following the fact that they were bred to be livestock guardians, and they weren't picking livestock guardian traits. And if we do not really emphasize those traits in the breeding programs we have, we're going to not have the wonderful dogs I've been lucky to have. You know, so I'm a big proponent of that. I put in the Anatolian Times, I put advertisements where I say, only working livestock guardians should be bred with proven superior ability. I just want to be sure people don't forget that, you know.
No, I think it's great. They're very happy.
Well, I just love how they are, but they are not like a regular dog, and they have different behaviors, and if you don't recognize the differences in how they behave, then you might not be successful with them. If you treat them like a regular dog, and I tell people, the last place you want to take your Anatolian is to obedience training.
Oh.
Because their training methods are the opposite of how you should work with an Anatolian. And I actually used to show Dobermans when I was young, and I was a real top competitor. The best I ever did was at a show in Corpus Christi. I was the #2 obedience in trial of 500 obedience dogs.
I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, I did it for
That's so
about
cool.
6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was really good at it. So therefore, cockily, I thought, oh, Anatolians, they're just another dog. I know how to do that.
Very different dogs.
Totally. I took my first female I produced, Tawny. I took her to an obedience class, and she learned to heel faster than any Doberman I ever had. I mean, I just showed her once, and she did. But then every time, you know, they do it over and over. And then every time I did it, she'd go a little bit slower. And finally, she went over. When we went over to the side, she laid down. And then I tried to pull to get her to get up to go back in. And it was like, you go do that stupid pattern. I'll just watch. You know.
That does sound like an toy.
I know.
That's funny.
It's like, and that's what I said. I thought about it, and I go, you know what? I need to listen to her. She's telling me something.
So this is silly. That's funny. Can we go see Cutler?
Sure. Yes. Yeah. I was just waiting for you. So I don't know what to do.
They got to see lots of the puppies. And
Yes.
we came over here. Cutler is
About
besides the puppies, is the youngest dog here.
Yes.
She's,
About
how old
9
is she
months
now?
old.
9 months old.
I think. I'd have to look for sure, but I think it's about 9 months.
9 months. But she's big.
So it is very scary when you take little bitty puppies whose eyes have only been open a little over a week, and you put them out here. Hello, girl. Or boy. I think that's a boy.
Is it?
Is it the girl or the boy? It's funny because a lot of them have a very similar color. It looks like that little girl you were petting, but
Yeah, it does. Hi. How you doing?
oh, maybe it is the girl. I have to really. Oh, you are. My gosh, they just keep getting bigger and bigger. Yeah, she's so sweet. The boy is a lot like her, but he's got a little bit more of a boy head. But anyway, to move them out here and just put them out and let the goats be everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
My goats would kill them, probably. They're awful.
not with Kizzy around.
Yeah, that's true.
That's my secret
Kizzy
weapon.
would kill my goat.
They have their mother with them. Thank you.
Did you get new shoes?
So I had to because I got some new shoes a month ago, and they were so bad as like my knees and feet, everything were really going
Those
bad.
are very nice.
Yeah, they're designed for real support.
Good. How are your knees doing?
Well, with this treatment I'm getting, I'm much better. I mean, it literally felt like flaming fire when I got the first treatment. And the next morning it was like,
It was gone.
not totally, but the flaming fire part, I
Yeah.
can still feel pressure pain, but the flaming fire disappeared. So anyway, I really am glad it's with QC Kinetics, and they do more. They don't accept it on your insurance. I mean, so you have to pay for it out of hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it worked, and I went to regular doctors, and none of them were really fixing me.
How's your back?
Well, they inject. What they do is they take your blood and they remove a fraction of it that is designed to do certain healing things.
Okay.
But it doesn't really go in your joints very much, your blood, because of the way the circulation is. So they actually concentrate it and inject it right in the joints.
Does that hurt?
She said it would, but she was really good. I didn't think it hurt.
Okay, good.
But I have had a lot of pain, so the level you get used to is like, oh, well, that was just barely anything.
Oh, you got babies.
Oh, yes.
When were these? These are tiny.
Well, she's 2 years old.
You guys
This
are
is
so
her
late.
first babies, and she had twins.
They're beautiful.
So that's why they're over here. Just to,
Hey,
this way I can keep watch on them. Hey, baby. Hello. Oh, and I do need to get that aluminum stuff.
Oh, the Alicote?
Yeah.
I can get you some of that.
So if anybody asks, that's the growth. I haven't taken it off because I'm afraid that when they do the operation, they'll kill her.
Wow. Yeah,
I had that happen before. And so I love her, and it's like, I did take her to the vet. The vet said, well, just hold off. It may absorb, but it hasn't.
You gotta move over there, I think.
So
Effing.
if somebody asks about that, that's why.
Sure.
Anyway, aren't these babies absolutely the
gorgeous.
prettiest little babies?
That color is wild.
So that is roan. That's a roan color pattern in goats. I actually chose the dad to get that color. You know how I like different color genes? So she had the most roan of all.
Yeah.
So
This one is so cool. It's got, like, I don't know what this marking is called, but I've only ever
on the
seen
nose.
it white.
Oh yeah. And then the white on the head and ears.
Baby
and stuff.
goats. Hi. How are you?
Just
Who are
checking
you?
in case you have food.
So when were these ones born?
Just a few days ago, about
Hi,
5 days ago.
Oh, yes.
So they're pretty young. And when they were first born, I knew she was young. And then when she had twins, I was shocked. Because the first time they usually just have a singleton.
What's on?
And so
Yes.
then they were small. I could see how tiny they were, but they were healthy and they were vigorous. But I said, no, I'm going to move her in here where there's all this good greenery. I bring her grain every day. And she has hay over there. So I just wanted to be sure that she had everything she'd need. So the babies had a good start. At some point, I'll move her back with the others, but
They're so cute. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Wow. And are they both girls?
No, one's a boy and one's a girl.
Which one's the boy?
The
That one?
whitest one, and then that one on the left is
Bummer.
a girl.
He's so pretty.
Yeah. He's fancy with that white belt
He's so fancy.
around his waist. You know, I probably should clean that out. I forgot the babies will start drinking out of it pretty quick. I don't like them to.
This is Chabook, guys.
Here.
He's very nice. Do you want me to get that? You got it?
Oh, that's okay. I think I can do it.
Chabook. Hello. Hello. Oh, okay. Oh my God. Okay.
I always try to have
Hey.
lower down water and not just the tank when I have babies, baby puppies or baby goats, because especially in Texas, water is super important.
The baby goat's crying. He's lost.
But I hadn't done anything because everybody's been drinking out of the tank. I forgot about the baby goats.
Save.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, could you carry that this way? That way I don't have to walk back. Okay, so Chabook, who's licking her ear, is the full sister to Cutla. So, and Chabook may be the most perfect Anatolian I've ever
I was going to say,
raised.
and you want Cutla to be just like Chabook.
I would
right?
really like her to be. She's a little more friendly usually. And I don't like them to be quite as friendly as she gets to be.
She's very friendly.
Get down. Come on, Cutla. You're proving my point.
Hi, Cutla.
Whoops, sorry.
Got it? Okay. Hi. This is Cutla.
Ah, ah.
Come here.
They're not supposed to jump on you ever.
Okay. Don't jump.
Don't jump. Good, guys.
I'll sit in the shade. It's actually not too bad here in the shade
You're
with the
shedding,
breeze.
miss. You shedding?
And the
Wow.
the other old dog in here is her grandmother. And she's just about to
I didn't
turn
know that.
10.
Oh,
yeah.
you probably told me that and I forgot.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yes, her mother lives in Idaho. It was a dog I produced and sold to that
You were
lady.
just a puppy.
Wait. Yes. It's her grandmother through her father. And then the mother is through Baton over there is her sister.
Wow.
And I had two really, really good older dogs, Asker and who is the female? And a female. I can't think of the name. And they were the parents of Bahia. Where'd Bahia go?
I don't know this buck.
Oh, he was. You do if you. He's one of mine from when they were little. But
So he's the youngest one. in
he's
here.
yeah. So that one is younger. That one's a year old. He's 2 and he's 1. He's 1 and he's 2. What I do is
These are the dad goats.
have junior bucks and then the breeding bucks. But then what I usually do, I don't like to keep them till they're 3, especially boar. They start getting, when they're intact, they get more pushy. And he already has, his horns stick out, and when he goes by, he just lets it.
Somebody called him a longhorn goat. He does kind of look like that. Hi.
Yeah, and actually, a boar are not supposed to have that shape of horn. It's
Oh.
supposed to be shorter, and it's supposed to curve back in a perfect half circle. But their production, even though they're pure and registered, they're a production. And see, his are closer to what they should be, but his are almost twice as long as they should be. But that curve right at first, if it just kept coming in a half circle, I don't like it. I like their horns to go like that.
I think it's neat, yeah.
Well, also, they can't stick their head through a field fence and get stuck.
Yeah.
So the way the boar are supposed to be, you have to have special pins for them, or they'll get their head stuck in the fence.
Hi.
So
Which one
that's
is
they're not supposed to do. Put
the
their
fine?
feet up on you. I mean, she does things I don't like. But she's being friendly. But it's also a friendliness that has an underlying note of dominance.
Oh, okay.
Pet me, she's saying.
Yeah.
She puts her foot on you to tell you to pet her. So. But I'd rather have this personality than a personality you can't deal with. So, you know.
Which one of these boars is Pee-wee's dad? The ones that I took. This one? That's
Yes.
Pee-wee's dad and Tripper's dad. I kept that.
See, and actually, he's sweet.
Yeah.
But you just keep letting him get older and older, and he's more and more aware of the power he has.
Yeah.
What I try to do to keep him sweet as long as possible, I have found, one, never mess with their horns, but I try to do my fingers through the hair on the side of their neck. They really like that. So if they in any way try to show me intimidation or anything, I just start doing this, and they forget about it, and they go, oh, yeah, that feels good. And that way they stay nice longer.
Yeah, Pee-wee Senior.
I kept that name, the girl I took from you, we still call her Tripper. Because you said she trips you. Because she runs in between your legs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, my neighbor's dogs come up. She really loves telling them to stay back.
Yeah.
She started as a puppy when they came up, when I had her over here with her grandmother. And it's like, oh, she is really into that get off of my pasture mode.
The drama.
Yeah. But,
Wow. This one's really pretty.
I
Have you bred him yet?
No, he will be bred in October.
Wow.
I'll put him with the females.
You're going to get some crazy colors out
Yeah,
there.
that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, that's fun.
Because, well, it takes a lot of work to get really good colors. Most people with all these good colors won't sell them, except for they sell them a lot more. They're way more expensive. And so, and his father was real colorful like that. You maybe didn't even see him here. I only had him here about 4 or 6 months. I borrowed him from a lady I usually buy goats from. We did a trade on breeding, and so I only got one like the dad, but
Do they have names?
they did at one point. You know what? I used to name every animal I have,
Yeah.
but at some point you go, wait, who is that? And also as you get older, what was that name? I can't remember names. It's good.
Right.
But so I kind of quit. Now, if I give them a name, I try to give them a name that is descriptive of something on their body, like Dice.
Dice,
She had Dice. So I can remember that because I see it and I go, oh, yeah, those are Dice. She's Dice. But if they're just, oh, and I would call him Red, but, you know, there's a lot
Red's
of
a good name for
red
him.
goats. So I don't know which Red 5 or whatever he is, but.
Red Senior,
Yeah.
Red Junior.
But actually, he produced some really good babies. So,
I got 2 of them.
yes.
They're wonderful. Hi.
And then
you have something to
actually,
say?
I like him. His mother, I don't know if you can see the difference in his structure, but he has a superior structure.
This one does?
Yes, he's got a longer back, and his legs are long, and his bone is bigger.
Yeah.
And he's only a year old. He's 2. So I'm expecting. His mother was one of the best goats I had. So his grandmother is the mother of your boy. So
Okay.
your boy is his uncle.
Got it.
Yeah, but yeah. See how long
That's
his back is, and his legs are
Pee-wee's.
long, and
His uncle. That's Pee-wee's nephew. Over there. That's Pee-wee's nephew. He's an uncle.
are you having trouble with reception?
That's all right.
We can move if it's helpful.
Hi, buddy. How are your baby geese doing?
Real good.
Good.
And I've had them turned out for a long time with the dogs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw a bunch of them. It's amazing. I come here and there's baby animals, and then the next time I come here and they're all adults.
Yeah,
They grow so fast.
they do. It's amazing how fast they grow. Okay, Katla.
You gotta stay
I'll let you go
there.
first. I use this bucket as a dog guard. There you go. They kind of know when they see the bucket, thank you. They can't go through it. She actually has calmed down quite a bit from when she was younger. But, well, that's because her grandmother doesn't like all that high activity. We never really saw her grandmother, did we? So that's a perfect guardian. I came in with you. She disappeared, but she's watching. And once,
Bahia?
yeah, Bahia.
Or Bahia?
Yeah, she'd only come out if she thought I was in trouble.
Was this your last pregnant doe?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I have one old goat that may be pregnant, and she's really old, but she's a real good one. So I didn't sell her or anything because I like her.
So your
But-
baby season's almost
Pretty
over.
much gone,
Pretty much
yeah.
over.
So in Europe, they do not call Muscovy Muscovy. They call them something else, and I forgot what it is.
Oh, I don't know. I've never heard another name for him.
Well, it's the 80% of all ducks that are eaten in Europe are Muscovy, but by this other name. And I have eaten them. They are really tasty. They're almost like beef.
It's a jumping spider. He's gonna show them. He's too fast. Are those baby boers out there? These
are baby goats. A whole bunch of them. 27.
Go see more baby goats. You don't have to walk around with us too the whole time. I don't want you to overdo it.
If you want to just go look, I'm gonna go in there.
Okay, I'll take your microphone then.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for telling them. They loved listening to your stories.
Gosh.
They had a great time.
Well, good. That makes me feel good. I thought,
and they learned a lot about goats or dogs. Goats and dogs. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, sure. Thank you. And always like seeing you.
Yeah, good to see you. All right. I'll come by again soon.
Okay. Sounds good.
They're all saying thank you.
Well, tell them thank you.
He says thank you, guys.
Oh, it's severe. It's severe. Hello, Miss. What are you doing?
Yeah, all right.
Hi, Severe. Hi, ma'am. How are you?
In case they wonder why she's locked up.
Okay, I'll tell them.
This is Tavir. She's nice. She's nice. You're nice.
You guys want to see some baby goats? Oh, great. Sarat is really stoked about us seeing baby goats. It's okay, miss. It's all right. Hi, Sarat.
It's okay, Sarat.
Hi.
Hey. Hello.
These dogs are much more standoffish than the others. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Hello, baby goats. Oh, sorry. Okay, too much. Came on too strong. It's valid. Chat, welcome to Baby Goat Town. This is where all the baby goats live. No, he lets out the moms into pasture in the morning and then brings them back in the early afternoon so the moms can graze all day and the babies hang out together. And the dogs babysit them. How does he keep track? Oh, they're herd animals. They all stay together. Can I come say hi to anybody? They're not, It's okay. They're like, who are you? So many baby goats. This is why I was so surprised that that one goat was letting me pet her. Because I was like, why are you so friendly? Because all of his goats are very standoffish. Should have brought some food. Oh. Let's not mess with the dogs. No, they're chilling. Don't worry. I'm blanking on this one's name. It's Sarat and oh my God. It starts with an S and it's a pretty name. She's a girl. And she's the one that used to live with Yenis in the front pasture. Savon. That's Savon.
Savon.
We're cool, don't worry. No, they're Anatolian Shepherds. Shania, Serena, thank you guys for trying.
Baby goats?
They're just too old to go in and like handle them and pick them up because they can run. But they're young enough to be cute enough where I want to pick them up, but they won't let me. There's so many.
Hi, Savon. How are you doing? Okay, I won't pet you. Do you want to pet? Hello.
She said no. She said pass. How does she know my name?
It's been a while.
Savon is Sarat's mom. Sarat is the other dog in here that was barking like crazy. Okay, these two were, if you watched the last stream that I was here for, these two were like the two yellow babies that were sleeping on the pallet. I believe that might be, that black one might be the one that we picked up off the ground and helped get nursing for the first time. The black one that I dried off in the morning, and then we got it matched up with its mom again. Where's Ankle Monitor? I think he's back there. Yeah, okay. If you come around here, this little tan baby, he's got an ankle monitor on. We met him when he was a newborn. He's got a little white band around his ankle because he did crimes. Nothing crazy, just tax evasion. And arson. Sanctioned arson. So it's all good. He got a little ankle monitor, he's cute. Dude, Surratt does not fuck with us. Look at her. She said, "What are you guys doing in here?" We do have a backpack that she's not used to. That's a little one over there. Should we go check it out? She's watching us, waiting. Who's this little baby? See, the moms are really close. They're sleeping in the shade. Surratt, it's okay. I just want to see this baby. I just want to see this little... Look, this one's newer. Little baby. Hi. It's okay. Oh. I'm trying to get ASMR. Baby goat ASMR. Say something. What's your name? What's your occupation? Do you have any advice that you'd like to give the people watching? This guy sucks at interviews. Anything? Okay. Thank you. Okay. What's his hair routine? He does have nice hair. He got little tiny horns. Tiny baby horns. Is that your mom? Are you upset that she's out there and you're in here? I'm sorry. Moms need time too, guys. Nadir? Hello, miss. What are you doing? Hi. It's okay. Go to the gate. I don't know what's back here. I don't really want to go in this pasture. I think there are some babies. Oh, yeah. Hi, Nadir. Hi, ma'am. You got a couple... Whoa. Fast babies. Yeah, there's a couple babies in there, but we won't deal with going in there. Oh, a new one. A little brown one. How do you keep all the dogs straight? There were a couple months when Space and I were helping Eric take care of the whole farm because he was having knee and back issues. I don't know how, it was like months. It was every day. We were here doing all of the animal care, so we just got to know all the dogs. So I can tell them apart by their faces. It was the chain, sorry. Baby goats. I'm gonna give you guys an opportunity to participate in an interview in front of 11,000 live viewers. Is there anything that any of you would like to share with our live audience? It looks like you have something you want to say. Tough crowd. Ankle Monitor is committing more crimes right now. Look at his leg. He's back there with his twin. You got a friend in me. Except he's not putting his arm around him, it's his back leg over his sister. Kind of crazy. Friend. That one's pretty. This one's got a cool white stripe. It's also really big. You're probably really tall. Okay. How about if I ask a specific question? I don't want to make him get up. Okay. Hello. Do you happen to remember me? I picked you up when you were covered in amniotic fluid and washed you off and then matched you with your mother. It took me an hour and a half on a weekday. Are you sure you don't have anything that you want to share or say to me? What about this guy? Should I give him another chance? Because he's screaming, as is. Sir? Can you... That's what he saw. Look at that bird. Oh, he's gone. Sensational. Can you tell me your favorite streamer? I'm done with this bit. None of them like me. Is Maya good with kids? No. Can you tell? Okay, thank you for your time. Goodbye. Everybody say goodbye to Baby Goat Town. We're leaving. He said Alveus Sanctuary. He's itchy. It's cute. Let's go back. We can go back to the puppy pasture. If all the puppies are sleeping, then we can head back to Alveus. I'm gonna show you guys the animals at the sanctuary today as well. Bye, Baby Goat Town. Now they're talking, of course. No shot. These are the baby geese. Guys, the baby geese that the baby geese that I brought the mom food and water because she was sitting on eggs. The eggs have hatched, and these are the babies, but they have like feathers now. Geese don't like me, by the way, so they're just gonna run away. You get as close as you can to see them. You can tell which ones are the babies. I mean, they are smaller, but no, they're still fluffy. They don't have feathers. Well, they're feathers, but they're down still. Geese, I just wanna, can you be a part of my video? Geese? Can you guys see them? They do move in herds. I can make Jurassic Park references now. I've seen that movie. Cheep, cheep, cheep. Hi, Cos. It's okay. Thank you for your concern. You're like 20 years too late? Is that movie made 20 years ago? Really? Ooh, don't let me forget my Dr. Pepper can. Imagine I littered in Eric's pasture. Hi, Kiz. Hi, Kiz. I see you. I think there's a dog under there. I think there's a really cute dog under there. Hi, Miss. You puppy sleeping? She's hiding. We're going to the other, to this bit to see if there are puppies in here. The entourage. There is one puppy. Oh, there's two puppies. There's one puppy? Are you not afraid of all these big goats? There's two puppies. He's peeing. Look at him. Look at him. Wow. Eric went inside. He's tired, and it's hot outside. Beep, beep. I'm taking advantage of you peeing because you're standing still. They're really hard to take pictures of because they move so fast. That's a really long pee. It's kind of crazy. Okay, good job. Goats. Learning. What are you doing? Let's see. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. He's beautiful. Is this Bulldozer? Is it? He's on the move. He's protecting the goats. Oh. He's out of here. Hi, puppy. Puppy number 2. Ankle socks? He does have ankle socks. He's in training. He's in training for his job. He's a trainee to be a hardworking man. A hardworking livestock guardian dog. He's gonna be 145 pounds of muscle and terror. He's biting me. Oh,
put you down. Sorry. Bulldozer. Ladies love him. Predators hate him. German Shepherd. Greyhound. Bulldog. Coyote. You got a lot of skin. Brain empty, no tank. You wanna go on my Instagram story? You wanna be famous? I caught the attack on camera. Attack caught on camera. So Coyote Peterson make a video out of that. You want to run it? Chat, what do you think? What do you think of the puppies? How many puppies are there? 8? 8 of them? How did you get all these animals? These are not my animals. These are my neighbors. Love them, so cute. I'm ready whenever. Yeah, 8 puppies. I'm glad you guys like listening to Eric talk. I also like listening to Eric talk. He's got a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge, a lot of stories. Loves his dogs. Loves them. Guys, really quick, before we go back to Alveus, because we are going to go back and I'm going to show you guys the animals over there. Men's Warehouse. Prom season is just around the corner and it's time to find your look. Good thing Men's Warehouse has the hottest styles of the season. They've definitely got you covered for the big night out. Men's Warehouse makes it super easy to look your best with cool designer styles and a variety of mix and match colors and size options. Plus, you can rent online or in over 600 stores nationwide. That's a lot of stores. One-on-one consultations in store are great if you don't know where to start, but they're not just about suits. They're all about celebrating you. Right now, you can get a suit or tux rental starting at $159.99, or you can buy your look with suit packages at $279.99. Plus, whether you rent or buy your look, you can get a free shirt and tie. A free shirt and tie. Now, I need to tell you guys about my prom night. Well, I had a few. I went to 3 proms. One of them, I cried. The other 2, I don't think I cried. And if I was a dude, you better believe I would have been at Men's Warehouse to get my prom looks. You better believe that. And I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys some of their looks right now. Oh, hold. Oh, what's your prom vibe? Look, find your look. Look, there's tuxedos. Wow, and all these colors. Say, for me, perhaps, I want a pink. Oh my gosh. I could be going to prom dripped out like this. Wow. Amazing. You could match your prom date so well. They have so many colors to choose from. Okay, thank you. And again, whether you rent or buy your look, you get a free shirt and tie. That's a good deal for prom, you guys. If you're going to prom, you should take advantage of that deal because you probably don't have that much money. Men's Warehouse is doing you a solid. They have your back. They have the hottest styles of the season. They've got you covered. Pink slay. Also, if you don't know what you're doing, because you're a guy, you can get one-on-one consultations in store. If you don't know where to start, you can go into any of the 600 plus Men's Warehouse locations in the US and you can get a one-on-one consultation in the store. They're not just about suits, they're all about celebrating you. You can get your suit or tux rental starting at $159.99, or you can buy your look with suit packages starting at $279.99. Like very slowly turn that way. Chat, check this out. There was a cardinal on the fence. He loves Men's Warehouse. Check them out for prom this season. Thank you. Yeah. Well, actually, I think I'm just going to raid right now. Okay, guys. I am going to stream on Alveus because there's been so many people at Alveus, and I want to give you guys a whole tour. So we're going to go back to Alveus right now. I'm going to raid into there. Stay on the Alveus channel. I am not done streaming. We're going to go back over there. I'm going to pee, and then I'm going to take you guys around to the animals, and we'll do the tour, okay? Stay in the raid. Stay in the raid. Or go to the Alveus Sanctuary channel. That's where I will be streaming very, very soon. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Nobody move. Eric has been to Alveus. Yeah, he's got to come and see the wolf dogs, though. He wants to do that. So we'll get him over there soon. All right. See you in like a few minutes. Goodbye, puppy. What are you crying?